Hi everybody, I am Saeed and you are watching the Key channel. This is a guide for Windows Task Manager, and at the end of this video you will understand how to use Task Manager information to understand which part of your computer should be upgraded. The easiest way to open the Task Manager is to right-click on Windows icon and then Task Manager. Here we can see a list of active apps on your computer, which is rapidly changing based on the usage of CPU, memory, etc. You can click on Name and then you will see an organized list of different apps that are working on your computer right now. You can also organize them based on CPU, memory, disk, network, GPU usage, and also based on power usage. The power usage is the usage of your app right now, but this one, power usage trend, is an average amount which is created over time. You can eliminate those columns that are not useful for you, for example status. Right click on this area and then eliminate those that are useless for you. Or this one, GPU engine, I can eliminate it from here. And also, if something is not responding on your computer, an app, we can right click on it and then end task. For this one, it doesn't work. It is related to Windows itself. This one, you can right click on it and then click on end task. Also, if something seems to be strange for you in here, for example this one, what is this? You can click on search online and then you will have some information about it online. The next important tab is performance. In this tab, you will see some information about different parts of your computer, CPU. This is an overall graph of the CPU consumption. The name of the manufacturer and also the model can be seen in here. You can right click on this graph and then change this graph to logical processors instead of an overall CPU activity. You can see each logical processor in here. You can see the current speed of the CPU, the size of the cache, and also uptime. This one is really important. In most cases, when you are looking at this number, you will see something like 8 days, 11 hours, and etc. It is quite strange. If you want to reset it, just restart your computer. Turning off and then turning on your computer will never reset this number. So, if you want to reset it, again, restart your computer. You can see a memory graph. This is the size of installed memory on this computer, and this is a graph of usage. And you can also see some information about the type of the memory installed on this computer. Disk 0. Disk 0, about it you can see again a graph and also disk transfer rate. When you're sending or receiving data, you will see changes in this graph. Also, we can see the capacity and the type. It is HDD. I installed this disk on my computer just recently. This is SSD. And again, you can see a graph of usage of this disk and also disk transfer rate, the size and the type, SSD. The activity of Wi-Fi can be seen here. Especially it is very useful when you are downloading or uploading something, and you can see the Wi-Fi activity and the rate of sending and receiving the data from here. And this one, GPU graphs. One of the most important ones is dedicated GPU memory usage, 2 GB for this computer, and also shared GPU memory consumption. Startup tab is another important thing in the Task Manager. Here you can enable or disable the apps to start up with Windows. Of course, the normal way is to open Settings and then Apps and then Startup. You can toggle on and toggle off the apps that you want to launch with Windows or you want to prevent them from launching with Windows. The problem is that in many cases you turn off one of these apps, and then after some time when you come back to this part of the settings of your computer, you'll notice that it is turned on automatically. To prevent it, use Task Manager Startup tab. If you enable or disable an app from here, it can never change it automatically. A very useful option of Task Manager is in here. Click on Options and then Set Default tab. For example, it is not important for me what is going on in processes. I want to see the performance. The next time that I open Task Manager, it starts from Performance. One of the most important applications of the Task Manager is to monitor the computer in real time. To do so, first come to here, click on Options, and then Always on Top. It means that no app can prevent you from looking at Task Manager. Right? And then right-click in this area and choose Summary View. In this condition, you can have something like this in here and then work with the computer. At the same time, monitor what is going on for the resources. To come back to the previous condition, you can again right-click on it and uncheck Summary View. You may have bought your computer or your laptop just recently. They are working well in most cases, but for some specific apps and games, the performance decreases dramatically. If you want to upgrade your computer or your laptop, what will you do? Will you change the CPU? Will you change graphics? Or will you increase the available RAM? The first thing that you need to do is to use Task Manager and monitor what is going on inside your computer. Then you have a picture. What is the obstacle preventing your device from working fast? Presume yourself driving a Lamborghini on a very narrow path. In front of you, there is a slow truck. Can you show the capabilities of your Lamborghini? Of course you can't. Because just that specific obstacle, you cannot increase the speed of your Lamborghini and show its capabilities. The same thing happens in your computer or in your laptop. Just one part of your laptop or computer is that obstacle. For example, that might be the RAM. Everything works fine, but that obstacle prevents your computer to have enough speed and high performance. It means that if that part is your RAM, everything in your device should be waiting for that RAM to do its job. To make it right, you need to upgrade your device, of course. But what you need to do is that monitor your computer or your laptop to understand what is going on inside it. What is the obstacle preventing the other things to work? You need to look at those graphs and find the graph which is always in highest possible amount. It means that something is always busy. I have an example for you. My laptop was working fine and the performance was very high until I installed Adobe Premiere on my computer. Then I saw that just for launching it, I was needed for waiting for something more than 5 minutes. That was very strange. It couldn't work almost at all. And then I monitored what is going on inside my computer using those graphs of Windows Task Manager. I've seen something really strange. That was when I looked at those graphs, I saw that CPU and GPU were always working under 5 or 4%. And the RAM was occupied less than 50%. The obstacle was something very surprising. It was hard disk drive. It was always busy to 100%. So everything was waiting for it to do its job. And then I have installed SSD on my computer and then I installed Windows on it. Then the speed of launching that app decreased from 5 minutes to just 3 seconds. That was really surprising. Thanks for watching this video, hope you enjoyed.